By far, this is one of the most historical tourist attractions based here in Johannesburg. And among the many monuments based here at Constitution Hill is our base today, prison number 4. Welcome to it. This is the Art Bulletin. My name is Dumisi Dumedi, and we really do appreciate your staying with us. Retro Vintage Collection is hosting their bi-yearly fashion week, which kicked off yesterday and ends tomorrow in Pretoria. Guest designers from around Africa and designers from Pretoria will be showcasing their vintage summer and winter collections.
The Retro Vintage Collection, I think it's not just a fashion week. It's one fashion show that's going to change a lot of people's mind, a lot of people's lives, because what we have is actually different from what people have seen before. I've seen how people respond in the streets, everywhere else in South Africa. People are loving vintage. Even in Namibia, people are loving vintage. So now we thought it wise that, okay, let's hook up a show that is just going to be strictly vintage and African prints. And I must tell you, the response from people, it's actually awesome. I grew up with my grandmother and my grandfather, and every time we go into church on Sundays, I used to be amazed with the three-piece that my grandfather used to wear. So the motivation actually started at a tender age. When I was young, I see how they dress, and at first I used to think this is how people dress. As I grew up, the passion actually grew in me, and then I just found myself doing vintage.
When young photographer Justin Dingwall came together with fashion model Thando Hopper, Albus was born. It's his first solo exhibition, which in a nutshell celebrates and explores the beauty of albinism.
Albus is a body of work that I am very proud to have put together. I work with a very talented team of people on all of the shoots. This photographic project is an ongoing portrait project between the model Thando Hopper and myself. She's a full-time legal prosecutor who's using her visibility to address the negative perception surrounding albinism. In all of the images, Thando always embodies a saintly, angelic beauty, which is created through lighting, styling, makeup, and posing. The series also explores the aesthetics of albinism in contrast to the idealized perceptions of beauty, and that's why this whole series was created.
The Market Theatre has partnered with the Saibono Discovery Centre, which is also based in Newtown, just to create more affordable performing art experiences for students. Dance piece by Gregory Makoma titled 4 Seasons is currently on at the Market Theatre exclusively for students until the 9th of March.
Four Seasons is a work that tackles the deterioration of human mind towards ourselves, towards each other, and towards our planet. And it also shows the beauty that our planet can provide. And we've got different seasons that shows different colors, different meanings, and different depiction of what different seasons actually carry. And it's really relevant as you watch the piece and you see the difference in the costume, difference in the movement, music, and the difference in color. So it encompasses the globality of the human earth, the human world.
Vrou Soek Boer. That's the title of a new Afrikaans romantic comedy set to release this month. Filmed in Mpumalanga, this movie is based on a love triangle of a woman who'd like to date a farmer. According to its producers, this one is a chick flick.
Speel op jou foon, kom rally wiele om.
Nee, ek weet nie wat te doen nie, sorry.
The film by first-time director Maynard Clark was filmed in and around Wakkerstroom in Mpumalanga with lead roles performed by Lika Benning, Nico Panaggio and Bok van Blerk.
Vat die res van die dag af en gesorteer jou lewe uit.
The story follows a successful city girl, Marika, who doesn't have a love life and has just decided to swap the city for the platteland after a confrontation with her boss. Kept busy by the bakery she's inherited from her aunt, Marika ends up in a love triangle and she's forced to choose between Mr. Handsome and Mr. Right.
Jou ID-boeke sê jy sal 30 en jy sê getroud nie. My ID was in my pers.
Vrou Soek Boer is distributed by Times Media Film and will be on circuit from the 7th of March nationwide. The movie soundtrack is already out and is available at a music store near you.
Ek het net nog nie die persoon ontmoet wat my hart laat vinniger en stadiger klop terselfdertyd nie.
A photography workshop that went to different schools in Mogale City and its surrounding areas has resulted in a beautiful exhibition currently on at the Krugersdorp Arts Museum. The project by the Mogale Arts Calabash gave young people the opportunity to see their world through the lens and to document their surroundings.
I have gained experience because now I know that there's more to just a picture taken and put on Facebook or whatever, but there's more to it. What I learned was that a picture talks to you. Although it's just a picture, it has words and history behind every single picture that is taken.
I focus mainly on landscape. So I saw the beautiful nature around using lens. I have learned so many things on this exhibition. I have learned to be a professional photographer, and I believe that I'm professional now, looking at my pictures.
Some of Johannesburg's leading underground brands in fashion, food, art and design will meet under one roof tomorrow at the Locrate Market. The Locrate Market kicks off at 10 a.m. at the Vilakazi Precinct in Orlando West, Soweto.
Our market, we categorize it as food, design and experience. So from the food side, we've got a couple of food trucks that we have there, and we'll also have a couple of food stalls, so retro food. And we also have, on the design part, we also have the fashion, which is local brands that we have in Soweto. And also under design, we've got the art designers. Those are your graffiti artists. Those are your art sculptures. We've got a couple of kids from Room 13 who've also got their art there exhibiting. And also under that, under experience, we have live performances, your bands. We've got a poetry session, and also we'll have entrepreneurial corner, where you get to speak with the entrepreneurs, just learn from their experiences.
Celebrated jazz pianist Andile Yenana is back in Durban for a series of performances and workshops. First up, the UKZN Centre for Jazz, which will be followed by the KZN SA Gallery. Then they move to the Tatum Gallery, which will be followed by the final performance at the Rainbow Restaurant in Pinetown.
Yenana will share the stage with KZN musicians Leon Sharnik on tenor saxophone, Sazi Dlamini on guitar, versatile bassist Prince Bulo, and Khositi Lepaki Polelo on drums. Yenana has collaborated with many well-known South African and international artists, including the late and legendary Zim Ngqawana. The Queenstown-born pianist has also worked as an arranger for the likes of Sibongile Khumalo, Gloria Bosman, and Sutukazi Arosi. He performs at the Tatham Gallery in Pietermaritzburg today at 2 p.m. and ends his tour with a final performance at the Rainbow Restaurant in Pinetown tomorrow.
And that right there is how we come to the end of today's edition of the Art Bulletin from prison number 4 based at Constitution Hill in Braamfontein in Johannesburg. We're back again next time with more arts, culture and lifestyle related news. In the meantime, just keep in touch with us by emailing the Art Bulletin at sabc.co.za. We're also on Facebook and Twitter. For more information on this place, you can visit www.constitutionhill.org.za. Until next time, it's a goodbye from us.